Good day. Welcome to Fullpoint, the Cebu Sports Show. I'm your host, Nimrod Quiñones. For today's episode, we're going to talk to champion athletes. But they're not just champion athletes, but they are athletes who have gone through a lot to reach where they are now. My first guest for today is Cheryl Angot. She is a chess player. Good day, Cheryl.
Good day, sir.
And congratulations, by the way, for winning a gold medal in Solo, Indonesia during the 11th ASEAN Para Games. So, maybe let's start with a little background, no? Unsa man ni siyang ASEAN Para Games? Can you tell us a little about it so that our audience would also know what it is?
ASEAN Para Games is event for athletes with disabilities. Then, na siya mga sa event na swimming, chess, basketball, and many more.
Yeah, you were part of the Philippine team.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I understand this is not the first time nga nag-Philippine team ka, di ba? Naka-compete ka in 2018 sa Asian. This is a higher level of competition. But this is the first time that you won a medal. Okay, so the event nimo is the team chess event for the physically impaired category. So, ang imong teammates were Chaser Mendoza, di ba? Lawyer ni siya,
yes,
from
sir.
UP, and Jean-Lee Nasita.
Yes,
okay, so how difficult or how easy was it to win the gold medal? So may nahitabo dito sa Indonesia?
Actually, listen siya, sir, kay pagpuntos kay kuan namin nag-compete upat ka countries, but
okay.
ang taga Thailand dili siya considered na team kay siya raman usa. So among goal is first or second. Walay bronze. Then dapat kung among mga kalaban pildihon gud namo kay para mag-apas mi sa first or second na medal.
So but you won the gold.
Yeah.
And that's very good. So congratulations again, no? You make us very proud. So nganong chess man ang imong napili nga sport?
Kuhan ko kay Papa, kaya akong Papa chess player man.
Okay. Niya, may nagtudlo nimo?
May gatudlo. So, duwa mi kanang challenge niya. Sige, may duwa na. Nabot sa point nga napildi na ko siya. Then, pwede ko niya i-motivate kay if makapildi ko niya, tagaan ko niya rewards, kwarta, cellphone. So, syempre, kanang ako ko, yes, kuhan jud nga pildihon ako si Papa. Kaya para maayo ko. So, wa moabot ang puntos nga mayon imong Papa, dili na lang kumukuha nimo, kumahurot akong kwarta. Wala.
So, well, usa sa challenge, no, for athletes like you nga mga differently abled is number one is you have your own competition, no? But then I do understand that one of the things that's always a challenge is getting people to support you
Yes,
to do this. So, kinsa man ning mga nagtabang nimo sa imong journey to the gold medal in the ASEAN nga Para Games?
As karon nagtabang nako foundation, ang Rise Above Foundation sa Happy Valley.
Okay.
Foreigner na sila, so then tagaan ko nila education sad nya kanang unsa ako man kinahanglan tagaan ko nila, but sa government wala kayo sila support, especially ng mga laptop kay ang chess pwede mo siya online.
Yeah, I understand. I have a good friend who's now based in the Middle East, nga taga Amuas, Minglanilla, who's competing online also.
Yes, sir.
So, naka-earn na ka og kanang points, di ba? You earn points to become a national master, international master, na nakay ranking ana or padung pa?
Padung pa, but karon namo ko medal, so naa ko title nga women national master nako. Ako pa ikaw sa NCFP.
So you have to submit it there.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So, another congratulations na po na, di ba? Okay. It's not easy. I do understand, no? Although ang akong pagduwa og chess is very limited to playing with my brothers sa una, but then or my classmates, but then I know to be a master is difficult. It's a long process. You have to work hard. You have to spend so many hours. Kay, di ba? Usa man gud sa gisulti nila is ang chess ko no hayahay kay maglingkod ra ka. Pero di ba ikaw personally unsa man gyud imong kuan sa chess? Di ba it's also physically demanding at the same time.
Yeah, yes sir. Actually ang chess pa nako lisod kay utok bi gamit then calculate niya sa imong hunahuna dapat ang chessboard naglihok visualization. Then dapat advance ka mga 10 to 20 moves.
Okay.
Then nay mga what if mao ni ang scenario, what if makita niya ang move. So mag-change na pud imong nahuna nga ay makakita ni siya. Dapat deep ang analysis.
Deep ang analysis.
Yeah, yes sir.
Lisod tingali ka magkauyab no. Kay na imong uyab nimo, advance na kay ka og nahuna. Now anyway, Cheryl, you mentioned your father, you mentioned katong foundation nga ni suporta nimo. But then you're already 26 years old. So what else do you do aside from playing chess?
Akong pastime is like schooling. Eskwela pa man ko.
Asam ka kay eskwela ron?
University of Cebu.
Okay.
Taking psychology, graduating.
Okay,
And then Mobile Legends pastime na. Kay strategy game sa Mobile Legends. So mura sa siya chess.
So ganahan jud kag mga strategy games. Yeah, so like kasagaran journalistan ganahag word games. Kaya haron ma-practice imong kuan ba. So mo sa inyo mga chess player, you want strategy games. So how long do you train every day or every week? Pila man ka adlaw o sak semana imong igigahin for training?
If wala ko gibuhat mga 10 hours a day.
10 hours a day?
Yes sir. Kay magbasa pa og libro. Nya mga duwa sa mga grandmaster i-familiarize.
Okay.
Nya say mag-solve kog tactics. Then kung nako yung mga opening, i-apply nako sa online. Manang dugay gid siya.
Dugay gid siya.
Ang chess mo gud kay more on patience mo gud. Kung taas pasensya, mo kuan jud ka mo continue jud.
That's the reason why I'm never good at chess kay more ko sa mga contact sports. No, pero kada 10 hours a day. So, ang imong eskwela, napakay time for studies nimo nga. Sabi na karon graduating ka.
Kuan sir, naa kay gagmay naman kog subjects. So, manage na ko.
So, are you also getting scholarship from your school for being an athlete or
kuan sa una varsity ko nya niundang man ko kay mas nindot man gid nga ni kuan ka sa Philippines. So nangandoy pa ko mas taas. And then as karon wala pa ko na kuan ni attorney go na
wa pa mo mag-meet since you won the gold medal. But I'm sure Attorney Go, who is one of the foremost Cebuano nga mahilig kay mo support og sports, will be very proud and happy sa imong achievement.
Yeah, yes sir.
No? So, unsa may next nimo ani after the Asian Para Games or rather ASEAN Para Games? What else? What do you have in plan? Unsa man imong next 10 moves?
Continue gyapon practice. Kay next year mangandam na sad mi sa Asian Games sa China o sa ASEAN Para Games po sa Cambodia.
Dili difficult pag-qualify for the national team or lisod sad?
Lisod sad kay daghan man gud mga mag-apply ba. So dapat dili mi magpapildi kay national athlete na biya mi. But kung mapildi mi, naa slight chance nga makasud sa national team.
Mo na giingon ba nga when we go to the national competitions for this, kita or like ako sa una, I try to compete to make it to the national team, no? There was nothing at stake for me except that if I win, I make it. But if you're there, you're on top, it's harder to stay on top rather than climb to the top, diba? Mawasa na siya. So, if maghimo kag chess notation about sa imong kinabuhi, unsa may imong chess notation ana sa imong kinabuhi? Lisod to ka question. Anyway, I was just kidding. So, Cheryl, I'll talk to you again later, no? So, okay. Daghang salamat and I'm very happy to have met you. Gold medalist, Cebuano, Tagalabangon. So congratulations once again for winning the gold in the chess team event of the ASEAN Para Games. And we'll be back with more of Fullpoint after this break. Welcome back to Fullpoint, the Cebu Sports Show. I'm Nimrod Quiñones. And this time we are joined by another medalist in the 11th ASEAN Para Games in Solo, Indonesia. This time, he's a sprinter. Let us welcome Arman Dino, silver medalist in the 400-meter dash and bronze medalist in the 100-meter dash. Man, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And hello. You know, I used to see you a lot when you would go to the Sports Commission to show your mga request for assistance. So, I know you have competed internationally several years, no? So, can you just give us a run through sa unsa na imong mga nadaog before para sa makibawa nga tong audience?
Since 2013 diha jud ko nagsugod sa pagsulod mao nahimo kong national athlete. And nagduwa ko dito sa Santa Cruz, Laguna, nag-break ko og record, ang Philippine record na-break nako mo na nahimo kong national team. Then nag-compete
This was for what event? Nga Philippine record?
National Para Games.
Yeah, but unsa man nga event to?
100, 200 and 400 meters.
So ikay holder sa national record for tulo ka dashes?
Ako silang na-break sa record mo nang nahimo kong national team.
Yes. Okay. So, sukad ato, kapila naman ka nakadaog internationally?
International 2014 Myanmar, naipitaw.
Aha.
Yes, nakakuha ko og 2 silver and 1 bronze.
Okay.
And then 2015 in Bangkok, Thailand, track and field championship, nakakuha ko gold, silver, bronze.
Aha.
And then 2016 nagduha na pud medal sa Singapore.
Okay.
Nakakuha na pud ko dito og 1 bronze and 2 bronze and 1 silver. Then
Okay.
nag-compete na sa Milas, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia nung Kuala Lumpur namin. Nag-compete ko dito og 2 silver and 1 bronze. Then last karong nga tuiga Solo, Indonesia, nakakuha na pud ko dito og 1 silver and 1 bronze.
1 silver and 1 bronze. So, pila man imong personal best sa 100-meter dash?
11.4.
11.4. Sa 400?
52.
52. Sa 200?
And 23.
So, this time you competed in the 3 events?
Yes.
Yapon. So, unsa man kadugaya ka mag-train taga semana?
Sa ka semana kaunom Domingo ra among rest.
Okay, so how many hours do you spend every day to train?
Pagbuntag to 2 hours, then sa hapon is 1 hour enough.
So, well, a lot of people saying, sayon ra na, dagan ra, kusog na kam dagan, but I do understand that there's a lot of science that go into athletics, no? Kaning sprinting. So, unsa pa man imong gibuhat aside from imong regular training, what else do you do? Like ni-mention si Cheryl ganina nga siya butuon pa kuno siya sa duwa sa mga grandmaster. So, ikaw on your part, what do you do?
Sa ako alang ako pong gi-eskwelahan nag-estudyohan pod nako kung saan ako pag-improve sa akong kaugalingon. Like sa balance, sa pagtunob sa tiil, na isagulid ambak para mag-improve ang kuan niya. Mao gyud na everyday nako siya ginahon na ginahon maayo, gibalik-balik nako sa dili pa ko matulog, mao gyud na siya niya. Kuan po disiplina po sa lawas para mag-improve yun ang imong dagan.
So, man, what are the challenges that you have encountered? You have been with the national team for 9 years now.
Yes.
So, unsa mang mga challenges the usual nimong maagian?
Na-challenge ko sa ako alang para sa mga bang PWD pod nga nangandoy pod nga mahimo silang national team. Nga karon nga murag ni himo ko ng idolo. Na-challenge ko nga akong ipakita nila para sila pod masunod pod sila ako nga sa dili na ko mahimong atleta, sila na po mahimong pro.
Yeah. So it's a challenge for you nga mura nakagkuan ba kanang gi-look up na kanila, di ba? Dili nakagusto nga makakita sila na kay dili maayong nahimo nga makadaot sa inyong grupo, di ba? So mo na siya, but aside from running, aside from training, what else does Mr. Arman Dino do? Sa pamahimuhang mga ubang activities?
Basta na ako lang diri sa Cebu, ang ako yung buhaton jud nga nag-focus ko sa among grupo sa mga PWDs nga mahilig sa sports, team dates. Ako silang gitutukan nga ako silang matudloan.
Okay. So are you training also the younger ones?
Yes.
So nindot sa kani mong dedication, di ba? Murag you're like also not just inspiring them but teaching them the way. Kaya naman ko uban nga, inspired kay ko ani niya, pero dili sila mo reach out. But you have done beyond that. Diba? Imo sad silang tudluan. So, sa imuhang mga natudluan, abay mga mo stand out, nga murag, maingon ka nga, well, it's a sports good, diba? Like, you're now 37. Maingon ka nga, 37, napa, pero you know that you don't have too many running years anymore to come considering taas kining level sa imong competition. So na kay nakita sa imong mga gipang train nga murag future sa sport
nimo. Daghan ko nakita na sumusunod sa mahimong national athlete.
So unsa ba imong tambag nila? Like I know there are others who are probably differently abled also are watching us, no? So unsa may tambag nimo nila kay I know you're one person who has been very persistent with regards to doing what you're doing now, no? And you're doing it very well. So, unsa may mahimong tambag ani ubang mga differently abled nato nga ganahan sad mo sudog sports?
Ako lang kasulti sa mahiligon sa sports nga kung willing sila mga mahimog yung national team, mahimog silang professional athlete, pwede man ta mga siguro mangandoy nga mahimo ta national athlete basta nga ato lang gyud ani nga focus lang yun, then concentrate para labi na gid sa mga PWDs nga gitago lang sa mga inahan, hinatunta ko nga ipagawas nila sa mga ginikanan ng ilang mga anak mga PWDs. Kay kita ang mga parents man good, dili man gid kita tanan mga wala mo panaw gitas kalibutan gusto na ko sila nga matudloan ako silang mubarog silang kogalingon like sama sa mo like sa sports ako di barog ko sa akong kogalingon gipakita nako sa akong talento nakaroon ako nga kon sa mga PWD nga kung willing sila di aman ang grupo nga team dates na aman mi na ako willing ko mutudlo nila para mahimo silang national team.
So mo na yun ano?
Yes, team dates. Gituko din na mo ang team dates para gid sa mga PWDs.
This is a Cebu-based nga organization.
Yes.
So asa man ni sila makakita? Asa man mo nila adtuon ani kung gusto sila mo appeal?
Ana may mga contact number.
Na may mga contact number. So na may Facebook page or mga social media. So just look for team dates, no? Kung interesado mo. Yeah, Arman, you're very right, no? A lot of parents probably would like to overprotect their children. Labi na ngayon sila, oy, differently abled akong anak. Dili ko gusto nga mo sports. Well, a lot of people, even those nga walay mga disability, like one of the Philippine sports greats, Simon Fernandez, istorya mi sa una, siya susbay sa una, bata pa mi. Pakatulgon gyud mi, di mi paduwa og basketball. But look at him now, no? He's one of the living legends of Philippine sports. And while we were talking, there were other also mga athletes kay sa una gud bata pa ka hala, katug diha haron mo tubo. Pero karon lahi na ang parents murag mas open na sila to training their kids since very young. Magsugod na. Akong anak, gisugod na ako rolling sa judo at the age of 1. Para sad murag ang confidence nila ba nga bukuan sila. So, mo sana siya, no, nga ay mo yung tambag nga let the children, let their kids find unsa ilang ganahan buhaton. And this guy will not only inspire your children, he will teach your children. Yes. And that's a very good way sad para pag-propagate sa inyong mga kuan. So, man, after the Para Games, no, sa Indonesia, willing pa ka mo compete internationally gihapon?
Sa karon willing gihapon ko mo compete gihapon sa akong sa international.
So, sige gihapon training?
Yes, karon lang murag nag-recovery pa ko kaysa mo pagduwa ko na ng imbis tulo kaya na ako mag-medal 3 medals. Pero naman ko gipamati nga hamstring para siyang injury.
Okay.
Mutong nibigay na lang ko sa 200 meter kay pagka ugma na mo ko finals nga 400 meter.
400. Okay. So rather than risk sa imuhang chance for a medal para lang mo daghan. So yeah, kay as you mentioned sa previous tuluman ka.
Yes.
Kay 100, 200, or 400.
Yes.
By the way, for those who don't know, kani siya nga events, mo ni atong gitawag og mga sprint.
Yes.
Because these are the fast events. Dili ni siya pareha ng uban nga tagas-tagas na. Although some people call the 400 as middle distance, di ba? Pero this is still a dash. So namang iban nga nanay yun, ang ubang event tagas na kayo i-dash gyapon nila. Mora ni mga dash kay mo man ni paspas. So fast forward. Unsa pa man atong ma-expect from Arman Dino in the coming days?
Sa kung kuan lang sa mga sumusunod na pa may next na sad nga event nga gipangandaman pod like sa Asian Games qualifying from Dubai.
Okay.
Next year February. And then sa next June imo na ng Cambodia namo. Nya karon nga na ako ron diri nagsige pa big training ko yung nako ang mga PWD members na mga nagpatudlo.
Okay, so man, thank you very much and congratulations once again. So please remember na even if you're differently abled, you can travel the world as an athlete, just like this guy Arman, and he is not only traveling, he is winning medals. We will have more of Fullpoint after this break. Welcome back to Fullpoint, the Cebu Sports Show. We're now on the final segment of this episode, and I have a date with Team Dates. No? Team Dates is an organization that is helping the differently abled athletes become better, and we have earlier 2 medalists in the recent 11th Para Games in Solo, Indonesia, and now we're also joined by some of the biggest advocates to help the differently abled become what they are now. So first, kani familiar kani nako termine na ako mag-meet sa una sa mga sports commission meetings. Joy Lesol.
Yes, good afternoon.
Maayong hapon, Joy. Good to see you again, no? And I'm very happy to see you're bringing with you some of the fruits of your labor. No, si Cheryl and Arman, who are medalists in Indonesia. So, first, let me ask you, unsa may feeling nga nakakita na ka sa ani nila nga like karon ba murag what's different now is that there's more recognition.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes. Proud jud kaayo. Grabe ang proud, grabe ang kalipay. Wala damha nga taas ang mabtan ani mga bata.
Okay. So, well, I know you've been through a lot, no?
Yes.
Just to get things going for our differently abled athletes. So, can you tell us a little sa imuhang mga mga naagian nga mga struggles?
Daghan. Sometimes na atong, sorry to say, this is a discrimination. At first nga namong atubang is nga nangulay mo believe. But we try our best, bahalag dili mo believe pero amo jung gipaglaban nga masod gid sila. Mailag gid sila sa it's not only the Philippines but as well as sa Team Dates. So grabe ang naagian, struggle gid. But wala na mo to tan-awa. We will go on amo jung gi-fight. So karon namo nga. So proud ko ani.
Yeah, whether differently abled or not, murag mao man gyud tingali, the first thing that you encounter is people who won't believe you.
Yes.
People who won't believe in what you're doing.
Yes.
But then, ang nakanindot sa inyo kay you believe that you will be able to do it.
Yes.
Diba?
Persistent.
So, well, also joining us is Socrates Lesol. Moni siya ilahang, well, he says he's the consultant, but actually this guy plays a big role. He's the founder of Team Dates. So, good afternoon. Mayang hapon sad, no? So, Taipa, unsa man gyud Team Dates? Does dates have a meaning or unsa man siya? Sige.
It's an acronym defined as disabled Team Dates, disabled, differently able. Kalimutan ako sa complete. Differently able because there are so many stuff in my mind as I do a lot of things like these things, company. Yeah, defined as differently able, sport,
talent, entertainment, and sports.
Yes. So, unsa man gyud naka-inspire ninyo? Because I know a lot of people nga ay di na lang ta na hassle na kayo, di ba? But you're going out of your way to help the differently abled. Unsa man inyong kuan ana?
Thank you, sir. Nimrod. No, first is ang background na to. We people, differently able, we do things differently, of course. And as I studied socio-anthropology years ago, in sociology, we are part of society, where human beings deserve to be treated as human beings. By the government, every resources in the community available, we're entitled to. And of course, in the practice of governance and the operations of society, there are always inevitabilities of, like Joy said, discrimination. it's a stigma in the society that people, especially authorities, I would like to take this opportunity as well that we are live now, I think so, that the authorities may hear us finally. Of course, we've been talking a lot several years ago, proclaiming, advocating our rights as a human beings, purely human beings, that we deserve this. It's a continuous process. It is continuous fight. It's about believing our sector that walay mo tabang na mo kundi ka manisan.
Yes.
Us, no?
Yes.
There are many frustrations, disappointments, but as we keep going through the process, we realize that at the end of the day, kami rin gyapon mo bari.
Yeah.
Kami rin magtinabang.
But then look at the fruits of your frustrations. Di ba?
Yes.
Karon burag dako kining pride sa ninyo nga you have these athletes winning medals.
Yes.
Di ba?
We've been fighting, I think 10 years ago to the government about our claims, our right, our laws, our benefit. But seems there are really situations that needs to be dealt with. So what came to my mind is some kind of diversion. It is sports.
Yeah.
Talents. It came to my mind, and I told them that why not doing this way as a strategy, so that another version of attention to be called.
Yeah.
And I think this is the result.
Yeah.
I think the result.
Yeah, and one good thing now is that it's already in the news that the Philippine Sports Commission is preparing incentives for the medalists of the recent Para Games. So, muna ingon nga, it's one small step at a time. But what's important is you are moving forward with your advocacy and through our athletes, no, itong differently abled athletes, you are gaining ground for your advocacy to promote the rights, to promote attention to the differently abled. Diba? So, muna siya gingon nga, if not for people like you who really go out of your way para mukuan sa inyong katungod, mo sana siya ato ang, di ba? It's one of the ways of looking at it nga, as you said, kinsa may mutabang ninyo, di ba, kamura. And you've done great sa pagkangan nga nanatay medalist, no? So, Joy, you're still going around, di ba, to push many other activities.
Yeah.
So, aside from kaning mga Para Games, I understand you also have other mga sports events nga dili pareha ani ka serious nila nga pang Philippine team yun, di ba? So, unsa man ning ubang sports activities nato?
Oh, actually we have planned kanang batang it's not
Larong Pinoy.
Larong Pinoy.
Oo.
Wala ba kuan? Larong Pinoy for this month or next month. So ang giplano is mga bata among pagawson, mga bata nga PWD among paapilon og duwa along with the parents para ma-communicate namo ang parents ug ang mga PWD nga mga bata. Amo silang i-engage, but it's not a serious nga game.
Yes.
Kay mga bata man, so amo silang ikuan nga murag duwa-duwa lang sa mga bata.
What's important is that the parents, we
yes.
talked earlier ni Arman, the parents would be willing to let their kids go out, to let their kids play.
Yes.
Instead of ilahang ipirmig, tago or ilahang, ayaw diha lang ka, kay maunsa niya ka. Natural man gina as a parent. Mahandlok man ta nga, maunsa niya ni akong anak. Diba? So, mo tingali na. But this is very good because ako personally, I'm an advocate for parents getting their kids into sports.
Yes.
No? Ako mga anak, ako ginang gi-encourage nga mag-sports kay tingali sa tungod kay athletes ako sa una. Karon still trying hard nga athlete. No, pero mo sana siya ba, it's my bonding sa akong mga anak nga inana. So mo sana siya, even if your child is mayon tag differently abled, you can still do sports.
Yes.
And you can even be members of the Philippine team competing internationally, no? So sir, unsa man ka lisod pag-encourage sa other nga differently abled people, you know, to come out and join your advocacy?
Well, it takes a lot of I will begin in this way. That question is really tough. Okay, that is psychologically in nature. We've been fighting years because years ago, we've been hiding away from society, and my comrades, my fellow PWDs or differently able, are acting like not humans. They accepted that they are no longer part of this. Until few of us, sometimes in 1980s in Cebu, few of us came out with this brave decision making. If not now, when? If not us, who?
Yeah.
It was a great realization.
Okay.
That's why I believe the first education is self-realization. Unless we know that you are and you are part of this, then claim that right.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to take this again as an opportunity. Two things I would like to address. Number one is PWD, we are the sector as one, okay? I don't like any indifferences. Okay? We cannot stand together if there is this indifferences like issues,
Yeah.
okay? In different fights for some arguments or anything. We are one as one community. Our audience is the public. And two is the government. You know, government, please be ready for us. We are your people. The government is the servant of the people. We are people. I know we are part of the society and we have share in the budget, particularly. Okay, because without the budget, it is a fuel, it is oxygen to live. Without the budget, we will die. Without oxygen, we will die. Third, if I may proceed, this achievement is a message of modeling. To those who are afraid to come in the open, we have set the record that it is possible to live a life in the avenue of things like this. Any possibilities that we can come together in the open community and breathe life. Thank you, sir.
Thank you also very much. That was very inspiring also. It is possible to live a life, and that is the message of our differently abled athletes, of the people supporting our differently abled athletes. And congratulations once again to our medalists in the ASEAN Para Games, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And ladies and gentlemen, while we want to stay longer, but that is the end of our show. That has been Full Point, the Cebu Sports Show, and I'm your host, Nimrod Quiñones. Until the next episode.